Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm here trying to basically imitate SamDoesArts' art style. I've followed his artwork for I think a year or two now. I think I've been following his artwork, and I'm obsessed, and I'm so glad that he's like surged in a huge amount of popularity because he honestly really does deserve it. And yeah, like I absolutely love and adore his style so much. So I noticed that a lot of his paintings kind of start out with like a black sketch. I don't know, the way that he does it isn't something I normally do it. See, his is much more like he gets the general concepts and he paints out the general, like, you know, where this and that is, but I personally go a little bit more detailed than that, so I wasn't really used to that. But you know what, I was like, yeah, sure, let's go. I definitely had a really hard time with the skin. Not only actually, I had a hard time making the skin of the girl look alive and like not dead and all, you know. Normally for like my own portrait studies, in my own personal time, I don't really try to color pick from the painting, but for this one, since it's more focusing on analyzing SamDoesArts' Sam Yang's art style, I was like, yeah, sure, I'll color pick from the painting. Also, because I was kind of in a rush, I had like an hour really to do, so like a little bit more than an hour to do this, and I had like a doctor's appointment after this, so I had to really like get rushing. So yes. But yeah, like I had a really hard time making the skin not look dead. No, yeah, like that was definitely a struggle. I couldn't figure out, because the way that he paints it, he always brings such immense life into every single one of his portraits and stuff like that. And I absolutely like adore the way that he uses color, and he makes them feel like they're right there in front of you. And then the one that I did looked very dead inside. So I was like, ah, darn it. Definitely, I felt like I really kind of missed the mark with a lot of like the facial anatomies, because a lot of his paintings kind of with the faces kind of have pretty similar anatomy. Like when you see a painting by him and you see even just like the sketch, you can tell who the artist is, because he has a lot of similar traits in a lot of the different characters that he paints. And I was really trying really hard, but I really felt like I missed the mark with the lips. The eyes, I wasn't crazy about how they ended up turning out, but you know what, I was at a point where I was like, you know what, I won't complain about it anymore. I'm just gonna let it happen, you know? I really don't like to paint clothes. I find it really tedious and annoying, which is why you can see me starting and ending and stopping and this and that and the other, from the clothes to the hair to the clothes to the hair, because I kind of was battling with both of them during that. Definitely it was very difficult for me to get down how SamDoesArts paints the hair. Not only just like, I don't know, he paints it in such a beautiful way that you can really see each hair clump, and it's very different from the way that I normally paint hair. And the way that he uses his different brushes, I think is great. And so I definitely had a very difficult time with the hair. Yeah, and I really, I kind of want to redo this again, like to do like another portraiture of a girl and then try to re-imitate his style and do it a bit better than I did in this one, because I just really was not, I don't like how the hair came out. I felt like the hair really was lackluster. And I felt like this, you could kind of tell that it was inspired by SamDoesArts' art style, but you couldn't really like, I don't know, like, couldn't tell that I was fully trying to imitate the art style. So I feel like that could have definitely been done a bit better. Another thing is that a mistake that I made, and I knew that I was gonna hate myself for it later when I was doing the mistake. I was like, I'm just gonna make a really rough sketch of the outline. I'm not gonna really focus on the perspective. Why? Because I'm tired. And I was like, you know, I'm probably not even gonna do the background, you know? I was like, I'm just focusing on the girl. But then I was like, no. A lot of Sam Yang's artwork has very beautiful and like detailed backgrounds, right? I didn't want to be a wimp, you know? Like I decided, you know, let's just do it. But then I ended up being a wimp, and I completely did not enjoy the process of making the background. I kind of just lazied and chickened out on the background 100%, and I'm kind of embarrassed on that. I can kind of tell the steps I wasn't even trying with, really. But no, yeah, like I did enjoy making this painting, and I really do enjoy the results of it. It's definitely not what I normally kind of do, but I did enjoy how it came out. The hands, definitely, I don't know, like it was very painful to do it, but I did enjoy actually the way that they came out, and I'm glad. And I really should start doing more hand studies. I'm very guilty of that, and I'm also pretty guilty of, again, like slacking off when it comes to backgrounds. When I do backgrounds, they just take me so long, and like I do like enjoy doing them from time to time, you know. But I really do need to start merging that with my portraiture and stop doing like that blank solid color background for the portraitures. I really got to work on like adding actual backgrounds to them, because I feel like that's gonna make my portfolio look a lot better than it currently is. And yeah, I want to take art more seriously, so which is why I'm trying to study more from, you know, people that are a bit more experienced than me. Please do consider subscribing and liking and leaving a comment below on which artists you would like me to imitate next. But yeah, thank you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye bye.